Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and my first crafty video of 2022. I am back with another Cricut vinyl video now. HTVRont sent me some heat transfer vinyl. Some of you might remember I did a video using their vinyl back in Halloween. I made some potion bottles, but they've sent me some heat transfer, which I'm so excited to use. It comes with this brown, guys, I don't even know the word for it, this brown paper that you iron on, so you put over the vinyl to protect your iron and protect the vinyl from the heat. But yeah, the pack itself comes with some incredible colours and I cannot wait to get stuck in. So I am making 2 projects in this video, technically 4. I hope you love it. Cue my brand new intro from Daniel Cooper. Let's go. That is my brand new 2022 intro. So Daniel, you're a star. Thank you so much. Anyway, here we are in the Cricut design space now. I know some of you do not have a Cricut at this point, and I know you've asked me to show you some Cricut videos. I am very much a beginner, so I've gone into my design space and I knew that for my first project I wanted botanical. I've got such a feel for botanical right now, so the next several videos on my channel are going to be botanical inspired. Now, the first thing I wanted to make was a picture frame for my hallway, and I chose this botanical wreath right here. So I've clicked next and you'll see it here in my design space. I am using a frame from IKEA and the space measures 12 centimeters, so I knew that in my Cricut design space, the number at the top here and the number at the side could not go over the 12 centimeter mark or it wouldn't fit my frame. So there you have it. I just brought it in from the corner and made it smaller. Then I want the word home going through the middle. This is the longest part for me, guys, is finding a font that I'm happy with. So as soon as I've typed in the word, you can change the font or you can go directly to your font and start to type. Now, because I'm still new and I'm still learning, well, I will be forever learning, let's be honest. I'm looking for fonts that I really like and fonts that I think are going to work in this wreath. And I just wasn't yet. It took me a while. You can see here, this is not real time, guys. This was a long journey of me trying to find the font that I loved. And this was the one I decided, this is definitely the one. It works so well. I'm going to put the name of the font on the screen because as I'm doing my voiceover, I can't read it. It's too tiny. But here we are. Flip the words when you're using iron on. I very nearly forgot, but luckily my Cricut reminded me. How cool is that? When I set my Cricut to the iron on feature, you have to do that before you use iron on. Here you see, I turned the dial to iron on. My Cricut then said, have you flipped your words? How amazing is that? So I was like, no. So I went back and you have to flip them horizontal. So this is going to make sure that they're cut out in the right way. So when you iron them on, they're facing. So here we are just about to set the vinyl through the machine. And yeah, make sure your machine grips it using that arrow. If it doesn't grip it, do it again. It must drag it in before you can start to cut. Press the C to cut and there we have it. Honestly, I am already learning so much. The more I do, the more I learn. This is real time right here. Let's just take a moment to appreciate the fact that this is real time. I think my laptop is quite clogged up. So I think the better your laptop, the quicker this will go for you. But my Cricut design space is quite slow because my laptop is old and my laptop is, yeah, it's pretty full up. Press the arrow to release your vinyl. And there you have it. That is the green wreath that is going to go around the outside. Now, the second cut is the word. The word, obviously, I flipped it. Now it's going to cut this out for me using the black vinyl. And yeah, the backs, some of the backs of these vinyls are white, which is why you're seeing white. And here I am releasing the word. Again, this is not real time. This took around 25 minutes to make. And I'm going to show you some weeding because I love weeding. HTVRont vinyl, honestly, I've said it in previous videos, I find it easier to weed than other vinyls. But having not used iron-on before, you kind of forget. So this is technically not sticky like normal vinyl. I know for some of you who have used a Cricut for years, you're probably laughing at me saying that. But yeah, because it's iron-on, it's not sticky. So it was even easier to peel off. It wasn't sticking everywhere and getting stuck on itself. And yeah, perfect. Now this wreath, of course, this was not a fully round wreath, which meant I have a big centre bit to get out. I have all of these little fiddly bits around the outside. But look at this. What a dream to weed. I truly tell you now, I had no issues whatsoever. The only downside to having a vinyl that's not sticky is that now when it comes to peeling out all these little bits, sometimes it's easy to stick them on the back of your hand. But like I'm trying here and then I'm like, you're so silly, Claire, it's not sticky. So I did have to make sure that I put all of these little bits much further away from, because that sticky transfer tape would have held them. Does that make sense? So all of these little things I'm learning as I go, and I'm just loving it. So I'm using Calico. I got Calico by the meter from Amazon. I will link it below. Honestly, when I lived in London, I had a place called Green Street. I lived near a place called Green Street, and it was the best for fabrics. £1 a metre. It was so easy to get fabric. But now I've moved out, it's a lot harder. So Amazon and eBay are my go-to. So here you see me transferring it onto the Calico. Now, it was only when I was editing I realised the camera didn't really like this paper, this iron safe paper. So it has made the screen go blurry, and for that I am so sorry. But I was so excited at this point because it was working. Like, it should have worked. That's the whole point of it. I read the instructions. But I don't know, I just got so excited when it actually worked, because I fully expect for it to not work when I do it. Do you know what I mean? It was absolutely gorgeous. So you have to hold the iron over for 15 minutes. Now, here's the thing, guys. HTVRont Vinyl do not recommend an iron, and they do not recommend an ironing board. However, that is all I've got, so I was making do with the tools, and they worked absolutely perfectly. Like, I don't know what else I could have expected, but here you see me peeling off the transfer tape from the home. Now, see it? Top left. Here, it is pulling the vinyl off. So my guess here is I am using an iron. So this is where I think the whole thing really comes from. An iron is not an ideal tool to use for heat transfer vinyl. I do want a heat press. I do want an easy press. That is a future goal your girl needs to save. So here you go. I'm just putting this paper back on just to make sure it's fully secured before I then put it into my frame, and look, it fits perfectly. Oh my gosh, I was so happy at this point. I was actually going to leave it as is, like this. I was just going to show one project, but quite honestly, I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop. If you follow me on Instagram, yeah, I'm sorry. I could not stop. As soon as I got this in the frame, again, this box frame was from IKEA, so I'm not going to link that below. I mean, box frames are available pretty much everywhere, but I loved it so much. This whole botanical vibe, I am feeling it. And I'm going to show you now here in my haul. Loved it. This was going to be the end of the video, but I mean, we're only 9 minutes in, and I knew I couldn't stop there. I wanted to get straight back on my Cricut because I'm still learning. I wanted to make more. So we're going to make some bags. And I honestly, this was the point where on Instagram, I was saying, someone stop me. So here we go. I'm not going to talk too much about what I'm doing here. I've just kind of talked about it at the beginning of the video. So I'm now looking for fonts. I'm just a girl carrying food in a bag, something like that, and I'm just looking for the fonts that I like. Again, I'm going to put the font on the screen because right now as a voiceover I can't see it. I can't see what it is, but this is the font that I absolutely loved. I thought it was perfect for a shopping bag, and it's not just a tote bag, it's a huge shopping bag that I'm making. So I am just a girl carrying a bag of food, wishing it was craft supplies. This is where my patrons came in so helpful. I kind of asked my patrons over on my Patreon page for some slogan ideas, and they've given me some really great ideas. So I'm also going to give you those. If you want to go ahead and make bags yourself, I'm going to give you all of the ideas that they shared with me. Yeah, so okay, moving back to the video. This is where I came unstuck. This is where my knowledge of the Cricut kind of came to a halt, and I referred to Jennifer Maker. So Jennifer Maker is someone that I have been told to watch repeatedly. I went to watch her video. She explained so clearly that if you change each of your sections to different colors, then the Cricut will cut them out as completely separate files. The colours you're seeing on the screen are not in any way associated with the vinyl colours. The Cricut doesn't know that. But what the Cricut knows is that you've now got 4 separate cuts. You see here on the left, 1, 2, 3, 4. All of my sentences are going to be now cut separately, which enables me to change the vinyl in between, creating lots of different colours in between. That was the lesson I've learned today. So if you want a whole thing, then separate them out into sentences, change the colour, and the Cricut, as you can see down the left hand side, the Cricut will send them to be different cuts. So here we are. Guys, I nearly pressed continue and I forgot to flip them again. I cannot stress this enough. Do not be like me. Do not leave it last minute, because it's such a waste of vinyl if you accidentally cut it in the right way, in the wrong way, should I say. You have to flip it. So that is what you saw me do. And here you see all of the different screens, the different colours. I'm going through all of the different cuts, and this gives me time to take my board out, put a brand new colour vinyl on, put it back in the machine, and cut all of my sentences separately. So here is my calico bag. I'm not showing you how to sew a bag in this video. I'm just showing you, yeah, my professional measuring method of using a zip tie. Don't be like me, guys. You've got to use what you've got on hand. That's all I'm saying. It's the same as the iron and the ironing board. It's all I've got. So that's what we're working with. Here we are. I'm just a girl carrying a bag of food, wishing it was craft supplies. At this point, I was having so much fun with this vinyl. I still couldn't stop. So the video is going to end after this, but I am going to show you a couple of other bags that I made and then share with you the ideas that my patrons shared with me for potential future bag ideas. So here I am. One other thing I learned from Jennifer Maker: don't move the iron. Do not move the iron. It has to stay still on your vinyl. So you would have seen in the first one, the wreath, that iron, I was moving it all over the place. Do not do that. Put it on, leave it, count to 15 seconds, lift it off. This vinyl only needs 15 seconds. Again, it worked for me. However, I'm going to show you here where I did mess up. That was WAS. I feel like I burned it. I feel like I held the iron on way too long. I heard some sizzling. I heard some sizzling, and lo and behold, I burned it. So this is a cool peel vinyl, which means you have to wait for it to completely cool down before you peel off that transfer tape. And it's a dream. It is a dream. And for a beginner like me, it is ideal. I'm still very much a beginner, and yeah, I still loved it. I absolutely loved it. This one here, oh my gosh, this pink glittery shimmer. Oh, I loved it so much. And it came out utterly perfect. I'm going to give you a real close up here. Not a single edge lifted. Not a single edge lifted. Now, this wishing it was, this was the black glitter. Wishing it looks great, but the was, oh my guys, look at this. Listen, it's okay. It's all okay. It's my own bag. I'm a beginner. I'm not selling this, so it's all good. But learn from me. Do not hold your iron over too long because it will burn the vinyl. But the edges, I'm so chuffed. I'm over the moon. I love it. I went away. I sewed all of the pieces of the bag together. I put some straps on. And if you want me to show you how I made the bag, honestly, it's real easy. I will do a separate video on it. It's huge. Absolutely huge shopper bag. And then this one came in for milk, leaving with the whole of aisle 9. Oh my gosh, this one made me laugh so much. But this one I feel like every crafter can relate to, Bag for life. Why buy it for £1 when you can make it for £37.50 in craft supplies? How true is that? And why do we do it? But I think that was the most popular one on my Instagram. I think every crafter on my Instagram related to that one straight away. Like, this is so me. This is so me. Yeah, me too, guys. Me too. Oh my gosh. Right, I'm going to actually share with you now some of the ideas that my patrons gave me and give you some really funny slogan ideas for your shoppers if you decide to go ahead and get this heat transfer vinyl. Here goes. So I've got some more ideas here for you, and these were given to me by my patrons if you do want to create some shoppers for yourself. So from the Incredible Paula, we have got, I'd rather be buying craft supplies. I'd rather be buying craft materials. Definitely true. Craft supplies are not edible. That's why I'm here. I would absolutely put that on a shopping bag and carry that round Tesco's quite proudly because it would be true. I don't like shopping unless it's for craft supplies. Also true. From Elaine, we have got, oops, I bought craft materials instead of food. I mean, that's so funny. Okay, we've got Nicola, craft, not food. That's it, just craft, not food. I can imagine that in big bold words on the side of your bag. Love that idea. Thank you so much, Nicola, Elaine and Paula, for your ideas as well. Guys, there's so many ideas on Pinterest as well for vinyl iron-on inspiration. It is the go-to platform. If you have not checked it out, definitely check it out. There's some great ideas on there. One more idea from me would be buying food sucks. Buying craft supplies, however, I could do that all day with a bleep word in there if that's your kind of style. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you so much to HTVRont for sending me the vinyl. I found it really easy to use, and again, I am a beginner, guys, so if you do see something in the video that maybe you could help me with, please do. Yeah, I've really enjoyed the vinyl. All of the information will be in the description box below if you would like a discount on your HTVRont vinyl. Now, I do believe the discount will be across the store. It might just be for the iron-on, but I need to double check that information, and it will be in the description box below. I will have codes for people who want the vinyl. Again, that information will be in the description box below. So thank you so much to HTVRont, and thank you all if you've watched this far. We are like nearly 20 minutes in, so well done. It was a long video. So yeah, I really appreciate you all, and I'll see you all on Saturday for my first resin of the year. Please don't miss it. I will see you Saturday evening at 6 o'clock. Bye. Bye.